UFC 321, quick picks, quick predictions. The UFC is headed back to the UAE with Tom Aspinall defending his heavyweight title against Gane in the main event. And we got the co-main event, that everybody loves, that everybody's so excited for. Mackenzie Dern versus Verna Jandiroba 2. The fight we've all been waiting for, boys. The fight we've all been waiting for, right? So in today's video, I'm going to give you all my quick picks, my quick predictions, starting with the early prelim, ending with the main event. Before we go ahead and get into the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get it started with the early prelim opener of Jacqueline Amorim versus Mizuki. It's I guess it's just Mizuki. There's no last name. It's just Mizuki. So I'm going to be going with Jacqueline Amorim, obviously, as the quick pick. She is a finisher through and through. All of her fights have ended by way of finish, either submission or KO. Usually it's by via submission. The only loss on her career is to Sam Hughes, and it was a very close fight. She almost got subbed, or she almost subbed Sam Hughes, but just didn't have enough power to finish that sub, and she was very tired. So Jacqueline Amorim has gone back to the drawing board, and now she's on a 4-fight win streak, all by finish, and she's getting a layup here against Mizuki, who hasn't fought in 2 years. We just saw this scenario with Ravina Oliveira versus Stephanie Luciano this past weekend in Vancouver. Ravina Oliveira was out for 2 years, came back, lower weight class, changing things up, and got submitted by Luciano. I think Jacqueline Amorim is going to submit Mizuki in round 2 or round 3. A little pitter-patter round 1, and then round 2, I think Jacqueline Amorim is going to get her back and choke her out with a rear naked choke. So give me Jacqueline Amorim as the quick pick. Mizuki is inactive and bad. That's really all there is to say. So give me Jacqueline Amorim. I think she's actually a good WMMA fighter who has some potential. We will move on, though. Azat Maxim versus Mitch Raposo. I'm going with Azat Maxim as the quick pick. I think he's the much better wrestler, the much better mixed martial artist. Mitch Raposo has not impressed me at all. He just keeps losing split decisions that he shouldn't even be going to a split decision with. It should be a unanimous decision for his opponent. They should beat him unanimously. What am I saying? I'm going with Azat Maxim. That's what I'm saying. I'm going with Maxim. I think his wrestling is very good. His only 2 losses are to Tagir Ulanbekov and Charles Johnson. Very good losses. Very, very valid losses. Very good losses. And he did well against Tagir Ulanbekov, taking Tagir down multiple times. And Tagir wasn't able to take him down at all. And I don't think Mitch Raposo can outstrike Azat, let alone outgrapple him. So I'm going to go Azat Maxim to get a 29-28, maybe 30. I'm going to say 30-27. I'm going to say he's going to destroy Mitch Raposo on the scorecards and get a dominant decision win. So give me Azat Maxim to outgrapple, outstrike, outpoint Mitch Raposo, who's just a little guy at flyweight. He's a little buff flyweight with so-so wrestling. That's about it. Zero power in his hands. His wrestling is not that high level. I think Azat Maxim is better everywhere. So give me Maxim as the quick pick by decision. We move on. The fight we're all excited for, boys. Hamdi, the Hammer, Abdullah Wahab versus Chris Barnett. This is the matchup we're excited for, boys. This is the one. This is the one I'm most excited for. Chris Barnett, bounce back position here against Hamdi. He could get a spinning back kick. Oh, I'm saying he could get something. Chris could pull something out of his ass. He could pull something out of there, man. He could land a shot and chin Hamdi, but I'm going to go with Hamdi. I hope Chris chins him. I hope Chris chins Hamdi Abdullah Wahab very brutally. I hope he knocks him out very badly because I do not like Hamdi the Hammer. He's boring. He used to be roided up, got off the roids, still got in the UFC, and he's boring. Hamdi's boring. I would love to see Chris Barnett flatline TKO him in the first round. That would be amazing. But I think Hamdi is just the better striker. He's the way bigger guy, 6'2" to 5'9", insane. Chris somehow has the longer reach, but the height is a massive difference. I think Hamdi has a good chin on him, and I think he's going to be defensively sound enough to just pitter-patter his way to a decision like he loves to do. So boring, man. But we'll just pick Hamdi by decision, maybe knockout. Maybe he knocks out Chris Barnett. But Chris Barnett, his only knockout loss is to Kennedy and Chukwu. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm going Hamdi the Hammer by decision. We move on. Nathaniel Wood, Jose Miguel Delgado. Oh my goodness, I just said his name in one. Jose Miguel Delgado. Okay, I'm not even going to try to do that. Jose Miguel Delgado is a very good prospect. I think he's a very good prospect. Nathaniel Wood is a vet of the UFC now. He's had a lot of fights in the UFC, a lot of competitive fights in the UFC, and a lot of robbery fights in the UFC. And that has me worried a little bit because I think Nathaniel Wood is very talented, really, really good striker for the division. He's not the biggest guy, but he's technical, he's smooth, he's in and out, really clean boxing fundamentals, not crazy power. He can drop you, but he just cannot finish you. Nathaniel Wood in every fight is basically always guaranteed a knockdown, but not a finish. He's a decision merchant for the most part, but I think Miguel Delgado, that's the thing here, is Delgado's a finisher. He's a finisher. He's nasty. He's got knees up the middle. He's got really nice straight shots, big looping shots too, and combinations. This guy throws in combinations. I was rewatching his finishes, his recent finishes. The combination that he put on Hyder and Mill, he didn't connect with the two shots upstairs, but they were just to distract Hyder of the knee coming up while his guard was tight. It was beautiful. Jose Miguel Delgado has such nice striking. He mixes it up super well. It's not like he's just popping one shot and then sticking and moving and popping one shot. He's throwing in combination. He's throwing to finish you. And I think he's very dangerous, especially for a guy like Nathaniel Wood, who can be dropped, who can be clipped. And I think Jose could land a knee on Nathaniel Wood that could change this fight, drop him, maybe get the finish. But I'm going to go Jose Miguel Delgado. I keep butchering this guy's name. I'm going to go Delgado by finish. I'm going to go Delgado by third round KO after a back and forth. I think Nathaniel Wood's going to be getting a little antsy, and he's going to get caught by a knee or by an uppercut. I could totally see an uppercut dropping Nathaniel Wood. I think Miguel Delgado is a very good striker. I think he's a very good prospect, to be honest. So I'm going to go Miguel Delgado by KO in the third round. We move on. Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi versus Matus Camillo. Difficult one. I just don't think Kareem Al-Sawadi has a good chin. I don't think he's durable. I know Matus Camillo is very bad on the ground, has been submitted 3 times. His only 3 losses are by submission, but I think he's got pretty good power, good striking. He looks violent. He's not scared to throw hands, unlike Al-Sawadi, who I've seen look so scared and so timid every time he gets hit. So I'm going to go Matus Camillo to get this one done by first round or second round knockout. He's going to walk Al-Sawadi down and just put hands on him until he crumbles him, I think. And Kareem's not very active. He's not very active. All of his losses are by knockout. I could see Matus Camillo catching him early. I see that much more often and much more likely than Al-Sawadi subbing Camillo. He put himself in a bad position against Gabe Green in his last fight, but he almost subbed him with a leg triangle and almost knocked him out. He was putting pressure on him, and he's young. So I think now reviewing that fight, looking it back over, he's going to realize the mistakes he made. I think he's going to be more calculated, more sharp here, and I think he's going to snipe Al-Sawadi and get a TKO or a brutal KO in round 1. Give me Matus Camillo as the quick pick. We move on. Ludovic Klein versus Matus Rebecki. I don't like this for Matus Rebecki. I don't think Ludovic Klein's dangerous. I don't think he's a finisher, but I don't like Rebecki coming back 2 months after having his face destroyed by Chris Duncan. I get you want to make money, you want to get paychecks, but this is a terrible decision by Rebecki's team. Maybe it could go in their favor. Maybe he does wear the damage better, and he's able to just push forward, march forward like a stormtrooper and just beat up Klein and make him uncomfortable, because Klein does like a perfect, clean fight. The problem is, Rebecki just swings big overhands, and he's got decent grappling. He could definitely take down Klein. He probably will, but I don't see him taking a grappling heavy game plan. He loves to just slug it out. I just don't think that's going to be good in this fight, where he's got the shorter reach and where he can get sniped with kicks. Kicks at range are going to be massive for Klein. Teeps, body kicks, slamming body kicks, leg kicks. I think he's going to chop at Rebecki at distance for the first round, and then the second round he's going to put hands on Rebecki. And Rebecki just has the damage is too bad now, man. He needs to take a time off for his skin to heal, for those scars to fully recover as best as they can, so he can come back and not look like a mess every time he fights. Because when he fought Orobai, he looked destroyed. He looked absolutely destroyed. And then he just fought Chris Duncan and went to a war with Duncan. So I don't like the wars that he's going to. He's taking a lot of damage. I'm going to go Klein by knockout in round 2 or round 3. TKO. I don't think he's going to knock out Rebecki straight up, because Klein doesn't have the craziest power. But when he goes in combination, I think Rebecki's going to wear the damage too hard, and he's going to just kind of crumble, unfortunately. I want to see Rebecki get a win here, but I think Klein's going to piece him out at range. It's going to be a clean enough fight for Klein to get his game off. So I'm going to go Klein as a quick pick. We move on. Is this the main prelim? Yes. Ikram Aliskerov versus Jung Young Park. For some reason, they got Ikram ranked number 15. I don't think he deserves it, but we'll see if he gets through Jung Young Park. Sure, maybe you can give it to him, but I think Ikram will get through Jung Young Park. I think he's going to finish Jung Young Park. Park was in trouble in his last fight against Ismail Nardiev, who's just not good. He's not UFC level. And Jung Young Park's been in problems before with really, big, powerful punchers, and I think Ikram is a big, powerful puncher. Obviously he didn't do well against Whitaker, got chinned, but he was flying across the country 1 week notice. Like, he had some decent excuses, and it was short notice against one of the top guys in the world. So he lost. But I think Ikram has good power. He's got good jiu-jitsu. It's not like Jung Young Park is going to wrestle fuck Ikram Aliskerov for 3 rounds. I don't see that happening. I think Ikram can reverse position. He can get Jung Young Park's back, but I think he's going to want to mostly strike and just piece up Jung Young Park. So I'm going to go Ikram Aliskerov by round 2 KO, TKO. I think he's going to piece up Jun Park on the fence and kind of crumple him, beat him up a bunch, and just, yeah, beat him up. I'm going to say Ikram gets a TKO here in round 2. We move on to the main card opener, Alexander Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. Very good fight. Very good fight. A little bit of a weird fight to look at because look at this guy's build. Look at this guy's build. It's crazy. And I've been back and forth on this one. Very back and forth on this one. I'm struggling like crazy, excuse me. And I'm going to go Azamat Murzakanov. I just got to go with the guy that's got crazy momentum, really big finishing instincts. This guy is always looking to finish the fight. He's always looking to knock out his opponent. And even though Alexander Rakic has all the physical advantage, look at this guy. Look at this guy, and then look over at this guy. He's got all the physical and physicality advantage. The problem is that he's a much more clean point fighter, kind of like Ludovic Klein. He doesn't have crazy power. He's trying to just snipe you, keep it very clean, very crisp. That's why Yuri broke him. That's why Yuri broke him. That's why even Magomed Ankalaev was able to do well against him because he mixed it up more. Alexander Rakic was trying to always be clean, be perfect. And Azamat Murzakanov is a guy who just goes in there for the kill immediately. He's not trying to be clean. He's not trying to be perfect. He's not wasting any time. And I think that's going to catch Rakic off guard. I can see Azamat getting a first round or a second round KO over Rakic, just bombing away. To be honest, I just don't see Rakic throwing back that danger that he needs to throw back to stop Azamat Murzakanov or at least back him up and make him respect him. So I'm going to go Azamat Murzakanov by round 1 or round 2 KO. We move on. Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida. I was so on the fence about this one, and I wanted to pick Jailton Almeida, but I'm going to pick Volkov. I think a lot of people are seeing that this could be a matchup where Volkov could stuff the takedowns, could get his striking going, and could land big shots on the ground, where Jailton Almeida is not very defensive. When he shoots takedowns in, he's not very defensive, like against, I was about to say Chris Curtis, like against Curtis Blades, close enough, like against Curtis Blades defended the takedown with an uppercut and then just started hammering away and got a TKO and finished him. Jailton Almeida is a really good grappler, and he's going to beat almost everybody in the top 10. All the blobs he's going to wipe through, but Volkov is actually quite physical. He's quite athletic for heavyweight and being 6'7". Oh my goodness. 6. Okay, chill. That's another sign. It's another sign. No, I'm joking. He's 6'7" at heavyweight, very long, lengthy, dangerous. He got robbed against Gane. And dude's been on a win streak. He's been on a massive win streak. Beat Pavlovich. I think that's a great win. I think Pavlovich would cause big issues for Jailton Almeida. I mean, Almeida could blast a double leg, but I think Pavlovich would land big shots on Almeida and maybe put him out. So that's a great win by Volkov. I'm going to go Volkov to win this fight by decision or by TKO. Maybe Almeida gets in on a takedown, gets sloppy. Volkov's able to reverse the position, get on top, and just start raining shots. I could see that. Some elbows, some big shots on the ground, and TKOing Almeida on the ground if he gets sloppy. Otherwise, I could see him defending the takedowns, reversing positions, landing those shots on the ground, but also just landing the more damaging shots throughout while Jailton Almeida's panic shooting the entire fight. I think if he doesn't get his way with the takedowns, he's going to struggle. So I'm going to go Alexander Volkov to get an upset here. Decision, maybe TKO if Jailton Almeida gets super sloppy. We'll see. I'm going to go Volkov as the quick pick. We move on. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista, excuse me. Umar is back. Umar is back, and he's got to defend that Nurmagomedov name, man. Losing to Merab, it had Khabib crushed. Massive upset with Merab winning, but an epic fight. And people forget. I mean, Umar almost won that fight, man. People are going to say Merab smoked him, but it was very close, very competitive. I think if Umar went that competitive with Merab and, he wiped the floor with Sandhagen, I think Mario Batista, his best win is Patchy Mix. His best win's Patchy Mix. His best win are Aldo and Patchy Mix. 40-year-old Aldo and Patchy Mix, who is not UFC level. So there's not really much to say. I mean, you can look into their games and stuff, but Umar's better almost everywhere. He's better almost everywhere. I'd say the only thing that he's not better at is maybe his cardio. Mario actually has pretty good cardio. Even Umar did well in the 5 rounds, but that's why this is a 3-round fight. I think Umar wins this fight no matter what. I'm going to go Umar to out-grapple Mario. He's going to be the way better striker, flicking those kicks at range, just looking smooth like a sniper out there. I think Mario's going to do decent. He's going to make it scrappy. He's going to get inside, but, inevitably, I think Umar's going to do more damage. They're in the UAE. I mean, no matter what, the scorecard is already written up. Let's just be honest, all right? The UFC's not rigged for the most part, but this scorecard's written up already. 29-28, probably 30-27. Umar Nurmagomedov decision win. That's how I see this one playing out. It's the only way I see this one playing out. We move on, though, to the co-main event. Absolute banger. Verna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern, the only other WMMA fight on this card in the UAE. in the UAE as well. Mackenzie Dern won their first fight. This is a rematch for the strawweight title. Zhang Mingyang. I'm thinking about Zhang Mingyang. I'm like, geez, he just got chinned by Johnny Walker. No, I'm joking. Mingyang. I was about to say, why am I about to say Zhang Mingyang again? I got Zhang Mingyang mixed up in my head. Zhang Wei Li vacated her title. She's fighting soon for the title above, right? She's moving up weight class to fight Shevchenko. So now it's vacated. We got Verna versus Mackenzie Dern 2. An amazing fight, right? An amazing title fight. I'm just kidding. This is going to be a boring 5-round grappling fest. I'm going to go Verna Jandiroba. She is surprisingly the underdog. In my opinion, I think she's made much better adjustments than Mackenzie Dern, who just goes out there and does the same thing she's been doing for her entire career. She just tries the same game plan. She doesn't switch it up. Verna Jandiroba has showed that her grappling has gotten to such a high level that people need to stuff her takedowns. And if she's doing good on the feet, she's chilling. She's good on the feet. But if she needs to take it to the ground, she will take it to the ground no matter what. And I can see her getting a lot of top control, a lot of control time over Mackenzie Dern, who in their first fight was the better striker. But I think Verna's done a lot better at utilizing her striking to get to her grappling and stay more defensively sound than she used to. She used to be a punching bag. She's a lot better on the feet now, and I think her grappling is just the biggest difference in this fight. I think her grappling's way better than Mackenzie Dern, who doesn't really care about being a champion. Let's just be honest. All right, so I'm going to go Verna Jandiroba by decision. Yeah, I'm going to say she gets a decision win, close decision win, 48-47. Close on the judges' scorecards. I'm going to say Verna pulls it off. Very close fight, though. We're going to go to the main event. Tommy Aspinall defending his heavyweight title for the first time. His title, not John Jones's title. His title. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? He just got custom shorts, too. They're not the nicest, but there you go, Tommy. Tom Aspinall, main event of the UAE, UFC 321. This is a good fight versus Ciryl Gane. I don't like seeing Ciryl Gane with this privilege in this spot, his third title fight. Are you kidding me? It's over, man. After the second, it's over. He's not getting this belt, all right? And he's not going to get it Saturday night. I think Tom Aspinall is going to run through Ciryl Gane. I think it's going to be a little interesting early on to see how Tom approaches it. But I think once he gets the takedown, it's going to be over. I really, really think the takedown is a massive factor. You know, Cyryl's been talking about training his grappling and his wrestling and stuff, but I just think it doesn't matter. I think Tom's too explosive, too fast, too strong for Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane may look big with all these muscles, but he's slow. He's a powerful striker, but he doesn't even have flashy knockouts like Tom Aspinall does. I think Aspinall's the better striker, the faster striker. His speed at heavyweight is insane, and his grappling is levels above Ciryl Gane. So give me Tom Aspinall by round 1 submission. I'm going to say that he hurt Ciryl Gane on the feet, takes him to the ground, and finds a submission. Either I could see an arm triangle. I could really see an arm triangle over Ciryl Gane. I think he's going to get an arm triangle over Ciryl Gane in the first round. Tom Aspinall is going to get to mount. He's going to pass into side guard or into side control, and then he's going to look for that arm triangle. I think he's going to get an arm triangle win over Ciryl Gane. I can definitely see that happening, and Ciryl will tap. We know he will. Come on, let's be honest. He doesn't really care. I don't even know a single Ciryl Gane fan. So no hate, Ciryl Gane, but you're getting cooked, buddy. Tom Aspinall, round 1, submission. Arm triangle. I'm going to call an arm triangle. I can really see it. I can really envision it now. So those are all my picks, all my quick picks for UFC 321, Aspinall versus Gane. If you guys did enjoy the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop it down in the comments who you guys are picking in the main event, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you.